I, Casey Melvin, candidate for council at large. My number is 8B. My platform, within my platform, I want to make the people, the residents, my priority. I want to give them opportunities. I want to give them options. I want to give them alternatives by way of legislation. Legislation is so important that any leader, any executive, any president, any administrator comes by way of the legislative body. Everything operates off of law, right? No society can succeed or prosper or progress or even exist without law. Lawmakers are the rule makers, right? And without law, there's confusion. So every city government has laws. And the laws are being made by the legislative body. So in Patterson, I want to be one of the 9 members of the legislative body. I want to represent the people of Patterson, all 6 wards. I want you, the 81,488 registered voters in Patterson, to select me as a person to bring those services to you and do what government was instituted for, to represent the people.
My question to you is, juvenile young boys turn into our criminal young men. What are we going to do now to stop the kids from getting in the process of becoming our our adult offenders? There's nothing out here. We have nothing. They have nowhere to go. They come home from school, their parents work, either they go home by themselves, there's no after school programs because those been cut. There's nowhere they could go to learn how to shoot pool, to play basketball. There's nothing out there. So for whoever comes on this council, they need to make a way where our little boys don't turn into grown men in jail. Me personally, I'm on front line with my son. I don't never deny nothing. Whatever he turned into, it wasn't because I wasn't a good mother. It's because he did what he wanted to do as a man. But let's stop it in the process. Let's find something for them to do. Let's find somewhere to put them, somewhere to place them. Now the basketball thing, you know how much it costs? Say your kid want to play basketball. You know how much it costs to put them in AAU now? Half of these parents don't got that. So these kids can't play AAU. They can't go play basketball because their mother have no extra income to put them in the league. So it's so much stuff out here they can do, but the cost of it now, for them to go out there and have a good time, is amazing. So we need to bring funds in, but if they want to play AAU, all right, we got a fund for that because their mother can't afford it. Not say, oh, my mother don't got it, so we can't play. So I'm going to go sit on the corner with the big drug dealers and run drugs. So whoever coming in need to put a stop to what's going on and try to lead in a way where we lead them by example for these young boys, not the drug dealers is leading them, because that's what's going on now. Okay,
and that's a great question, and that's not only her passion, but that's my concern as well. And that's another reason, Rod, why I decided to run. Because not only, you bear witness, you sat on the panel of some of our anti-violence forums, right? You've been in conversation with us continuously, and I like your story because your story on the female side was a story that should be written about, right? And your transition. And I remember you said that you were so eager to change your life that you wrote the governor.
Yeah.
You wrote the governor, right? A letter, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm listening, Rob. I'll listen to you, right?
But everybody, the thing is.
Okay, but let me just say this, Rod. But just so you know, I'm connecting with you, right? And we work together, right?
And use those writing examples. Because you're an awesome writer,
right?
And by your writing,
but hold up, Darlene, because she's asking me, but I need her, and she here.
That's right.
We gonna be that change, right? But we gonna be that change. But I need to get in there first, because if I'm there, I'm gonna call upon Ron Terry, because you got a story to tell, you have ideas, right, and you have an understanding, personally, right? You can identify and your experience, right? That I say, listen. When the $1 million grant comes into the city of Patterson for youth anti-violence, who do I need at the table? Rob, where you at? We're going to have a workshop on this money. In regards to what we need to do, come up and bring your ideas there. And together, collectively, we're going to formulate a policy, a plan, or a procedure, or a project that's going to address that issue. Now, the other thing is, do you trust me enough to vote for me that you think that I will be a person to implement something like that? Because you keep it 100% real, and I respect whatever you say. Do you think that if I'm in office, would I do what I said I was going to do, and would I help and address the area that you pointed out, sincerely?
Yeah, I do. That's why I'm here. Because I don't trust a lot of people. You know that. I keep it real. I don't go to nobody's, whatever they have, and for what? I don't want to hear that. Because you ain't did nothing the last time you was sitting here. So I'm gonna try a new face. I'm gonna try a new name. I'm gonna try somebody that's new to this, because a new face, new flesh, mean new ideas, less bloodshed.
Right.
So all I'm saying is I'm here for you. Whatever you
Right.
need,
Appreciate
I'm here.
that, sis. I appreciate that.
There you go.
And that those are the issues. And again, I'm not gonna sit here and try to come up with a fantastic plan, because she has it pretty much mapped out better than me. You know what I mean? But I'm willing to work with her. I'm willing to collaborate with her, and I think that's what government should be. That's how government should look. That's how government should be composed. It should be interactive. It should be collective. It should be democratic. The input should not be limited to 1 minute or 3 minutes at the public portion. You know, it should be a continuous open conversation and dialogue. And I think that's why I'm in the position that I'm in now, because I'm constantly listening. I'm always hearing. You know, I can't lock my doors or turn my microphone or turn my sound off, because I'm a part of this, right? I'm a part of this. I'm a product of this, you know. And we came from humble beginnings. We came from the school of hard knocks, and we had experience that are only unique to us. And the best one to resolve those issues is somebody like us. But it's not just about crime. It's not just about violence. It's about everybody in Patterson, right? It's about development. It's about the quality of life. It's about cleaner streets.
What type of father has KC been for you?
Okay. I didn't answer it. What my bet? Right.
Alright, so I'm Amir Melvin. Obviously, KC is my father. And, you know, throughout my whole life, like, he always, you know, been there. Anytime I call him, you know, always asking him for something, asking him for money, for anything. He always answering like, okay, you got it. And not only that, always with my academics, he's always checking up on that and a lot of other stuff. But, you know, even though he's a pain in the neck, my sister could vouch for me on that, but he's always been there for me. He's a really good dad in my opinion. So.
Hi everyone, I'm Malaysia Melvin. I'm Casey's daughter. The type of father he is, he's very supportive, especially in school. Like, that's the main thing. Like, he always makes sure I'm good in school. Whenever I need anything, he's always there. Like, he's the #1 person I rely on, honestly. Like, he's the only person I can rely on. He always makes sure that me and my brother, like, are involved in the city and stuff. Like, he has us going to rallies and stuff. And he even brings my friends, too. They could say the same thing. So he just makes sure, like, we're overall good and, like, well-rounded. So, yeah, he's a pretty good dad, in my opinion.
Thank you. You earned your increase in allowance. Thank you. I'm making a way. I want you to say that I know you're good with being brief. A few things, because this brother right here, Mr. Moody Jr., Zatiti Moody, like, when it came to education, like, he was in there already. You was a supervisor, principal at what, like 24 years old. He was running the school, and this is Mr. Moody's son. You know, so when you talk about family, you talk about education and what I instill on my children. I pretty much got that from Mr. Moody. You know, and he done a great job with his son. So Zach's always been my confidant, my inspiration, and my resource when it came to education. So I want you to say a few words, second vice president of the Brothers Organization, about me before Ms. Fisher goes on.
Thank you very much, KC. For all those ladies and gentlemen who are watching this on Facebook or anyone who sees this, I need it to be crystal clear. At this time, our city is in a crisis. KC Melvin is who I'm supporting 100%. Due to his analytical mind, as he said, I am an educator. I've touched the lives of many students. Each year at Eastside High School, we graduated 600 or so students per year for over 8-10 years. These students are now adults. Any of you who know me and know what I'm about, to be standing next to this man, you know his philosophy. Our goal is to educate, and educate means pass on information from one generation to the next. That's our responsibility. And we do it from a holistic community perspective. anyone who has the opportunity to meet with KC and talk with KC for as little as a minute to 2 minutes, you will get, again, his slogan, making the people the priority. He's been doing this his whole entire life. And previously, you heard from my father who talked about the quality of a man is to go to work every day. This young man, I believe, started his business at 18 years old. He's one of the few institutions in this town who's still operating and thriving over 30 years later. That is a testament to his character. That is a testament to his commitment to our community and what he means to the city of Patterson. So with his ideas and his train of thought and his way of thinking, we need that to challenge the status quo, to do what's best for Patterson. And without a doubt, 100%, I'm in support of KC Melvin for councilman. Thank you.
Thank you. And that's 8B on the ballot, 8B. I, KC Melvin, candidate for council at large. My number is 8B. My platform, within my platform, I want to make the people, the residents, my priority. I want to give them opportunities. I want to give them options. I want to give them alternatives by way of legislation. Legislation is so important that any leader, any executive, any president, any administrator comes by way of the legislative body. Everything operates off of law, right? No society can succeed or prosper or progress or even exist without law. Lawmakers are the rule makers, right? And without law, there's confusion. So every city government has laws. And the laws are being made by the legislative body. So in Patterson, I want to be one of the 9 members of the legislative body. I want to represent the people of Patterson, all 6 wards. I want you, the 81,488 registered voters in Patterson, to select me as a person to bring those services to you and do what government was instituted for, to represent the people.